let's meet the starters in the 6-player championship game. First for the Fort Dodge Dodgers. The forwards, number 35, Chris Huffman. Number 41, Tony Zier. Number 31, Carol Zerke. The guards, number 23, Kim Yoder. Number 53, Val Brewer. Number 51, Pam Boland. The assistant coaches, Tom Kinseth. And Donita Peterson. And the head coach of the Fort Dodge Dodgers, Ray Svensson. Now the Waterloo Columbus Sailors. The forwards, number 34, Dawn Geiger. Number 42, Julie Ganal. Number 44, Molly Tideback. The guards, number 40, Karen Turley. Number 50, Stephanie Dunnicky. And number 52, Stephanie Rogers. The assistant coach, Galen Tan. And the head coach of the Waterloo Columbus Sailors, Mel Cooperschmidt. The floor officials, Art Hinker and Dan Conry. Bench official, Bob Oldus.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6-on-6 championship time, a jam-packed hall here. Just about every seat taken in Veterans Auditorium, crowd of 15,000. Gary Page, the stage is set for Fort Dodge against Waterloo Columbus to battle it out for the championship of the 6-on-6. And as the gals ran out there, you got a feeling of tremendous athletes on both sides, and particularly the case of Fort Dodge with a team that was state volleyball champion. And you get a feeling, even though these gals are seniors, and they are going to 5-on-5 next year, as is Waterloo Columbus. What a great 5-on-5 team both of these clubs would make.
They would. Boy, there's a lot of anticipation in the auditorium tonight, and I'm sure we'll find out, as usual, Jim, that since Fort Dodge is favored, a lot of the so-called impartials will pick up on Waterloo.
So now we got to change the rhythm of our announcing. It's 6-on-6 as opposed to 5-on-5, where they play the rules just about like the men play them. Okay, here's Tony Zier with the ball, tries that underhanded shot, and right away, Dunnicky came up with a rebound momentarily. Shot is blocked, and a foul is called. A foul called on Waterloo Columbus on their backcourt on number 52, Stephanie Rogers. And at the free throw line now, we're just seconds into the game. It's Carol Zerke, the 5'9" senior. She's a 61% free throw shooter. 14 points against Waukee. Zerke gives Fort Dodge a 1-0 lead. Incredible last night how fast Fort Dodge made that score amount when we got into the third and fourth quarter, got it up to 103 points.
I remember we thought it was going to be about in the 80s, and boom, they went to 100.
Like I think they scored 20 points just while you and I were saying it. Okay, a 2-0 game for Dodge, and now it's Waterloo Columbus wearing their light uniform. They call them the Sailors. Their colors are green and white, and that's Tideback, number 44. She's gotten 35 points last night, and that's how she got most of them. Now this young lady is 6'1". She's a freshman. She is only 15 years old. That to me is amazing. All right, Fort Dodge with the ball, and they like to work it around. They like to pass off a number of times just with a fast-breaking offense. You see how they work. Every one of them scores in double figures. Carol Zerke that time put it through. Leading scorer actually is Huffman, number 35. Now on the inside once again, tied back, and she's getting inside the Fort Dodge guards. And that's exactly what you said they'd have to do.
8 points the first minute.
No, it's Waterloo Columbus and Fort Dodge. That's right, 8 points and 1 minute to play by the two teams combined. There's Huffman, and they are on their game too. Well, they better install a new computer up there. Can they go above 100 on both sides of the scoreboard? That's possible. Here's tied back. Look at that angle. Miss automatic. Molly Tideback has won 35 points last night, 41 and 42 points in her other two games here at State. Huffman right back again. Can't get the job done. And off to the rebound is Stephanie Rogers. Intercepted. And Huffman comes up on a nice interception that time by Tony Zier. The feed goes to Huffman. She puts it through the hoop. That's how they operate.
Jim, look for a defensive change down here on Fort Dodge's end now.
Okay, in underneath now, and they changed their offense a little bit. That was Julie Ganal. They used Tideback as a decoy that time. And Julie Ganal, who's a 5'10" junior, came in to do the damage. 8-8 is the score. We have a ball game. Huffman cross court. And that little jump shot up there by Carol Zerke. They hit you from all different positions. Huffman averaging 33 points a game, Zier 21.5, and Zerke 23.9.
They are definitely double teaming now.
Okay, here's Geiger with the ball. They move to the inside and form a fence around Tideback, but that offers Don Geiger the chance to punch it up there, and she does it, and we have a tie game at 10. Zier with the basketball. Over now to Huffman, and the ball stripped away from her by Dunnicky, and they're going to call a foul on Stephanie Dunnicky. I think she led the state coming into the game last night, didn't she, in rebounds?
She led the tournament.
Led the tournament, I mean, right. Dunnicky picks up a foul. Number 51, Pam Boland, goes out of the game for Fort Dodge. Our computer down in the, by the name of Carlos, down in the truck says they're averaging a score every 9 seconds. Let's see if they keep it up. They do. Tideback comes back right away, and we have a 12-12 game, and the crowd loves it. Here's Tony Zier now. Back out to Zerke. Huffman looks to Zier, passes to Zier. Zier on the inside. Traveling call on Tony Zier, the 5'10" senior.
You're going to have to hope for a turnover because I don't think anybody's going to miss a shot.
I don't think so. We were wondering about Mel Coopersmith, but not anymore. When he tried to run with Fort Dodge, he is not only running with him. For a time, he was doing a better job even. And Dunnicky loses control of the ball. Huffman comes barreling in there. Is it going to be a charge or a block? It'll be a block. Okay, Dunnicky now picks up... foul is on Dunnicky, I believe. Yeah, it is. That's number 2 on Dunnicky.
There's the Fort Dodge steal, and Huffman to the basket.
Right, now here we have it again. And...
moving in.
Okay, and Fort Dodge out of bounds play. Back to live action. Carol Zerke pops it through. Fort Dodge leading 14-12. Now let's see if Columbus Sailors can get the equalizer. Don Geiger. Pass goes back to Geiger again. They're double teaming. Tied back, as you can see. Geiger is open. Passes instead to Ganal. Goes again. Wide open shot here. A bank shot. And Geiger can't get it to go through, but the rebound shot. Tied back. Golly, she's 6'1", but only 15. Imagine what she's going to be like when she grows up. Wow. Okay, Huffman with it on the right side. Back to Huffman again, working a nifty little pass play there. Ball knocked out of bounds, I believe touched by Dunnicky. So it'll be played in by Huffman from the offensive baseline. Fort Dodge wearing their black uniforms with red numerals. Bounce pass inside, and there's Chris Huffman. Can't get it. Ball down into the arms of Karen Turley on the rebound. They whip it across the line, and now Waterloo Columbus has a chance to take the lead. Sailors with the ball. Don't dare miss a shot in this game. Foul called on the backcourt of Fort Dodge. That's on Kim Yoder, number 23. Timeout is called by Waterloo Columbus with the score tied at 14. We'll be right back. Fort Dodge has hit 6 out of 10, Gary, and Waterloo Columbus has hit 7 out of 8. Mel Coopersmith is kind of playing Ray Spencen's game here.
Molly Tideback is 5. Molly Tideback is 5 for 5, and Zerke's 4 for 4.
There you see the shooting percentage is 88.3 for Waterloo Columbus. That is some kind of a field goal shooting average.
Gym number 55, Christy Hersberg, is in for Fort Dodge in the guard court. She's had an outstanding tournament off the bench.
Okay, Columbus 4, Waterloo 2 in rebounds. They're making so many shots, not much rebounding. When you're shooting 88%, hardly anybody gets a chance to rebound. Is Geiger going to get the ball? She does it. Don Geiger got the pass that time and retrieved it. So it's Columbus now with a chance to take the lead. Tied back. They screen her out. Back again to Ganal, and now here's tied back. Bang! Shot off the glass, and she goes right over the head of Pam Boland and Christy Hersberg. Waterloo Columbus leading 16 to 14. Huffman, baseliner. You know, rarely do you see two teams this hot playing in the same game.
I'm glad Mike's here to write down the score.
Right, he's got a computer he's going to bring up from downstairs. 16 to 16 score. Geiger comes back. It's not going to drop. And taking the rebound is Val Brewer. She stands 5 feet 11. Now the two Z's and Huffman in forecourt. There's Tony Zier, that fall-away jump shot with great body control she has.
Boy, they regained their confidence last night. The first two games, they were very tentative.
Fort Dodge leading 18 to 16, 2:46. You better hit your shot when your opponent's hitting 88%. Geiger over to Tideback now, who moves out of the post back to Julie Ganal, and now Geiger moves into the paint area. Here's Tideback going against two guards. She still gets it. 15 years old. Can't believe it. 6 feet 1, a freshman.
7 for 7 now.
7 for 7, and coming right back.
Lined it up, and the guards push him out of there and take the rebound. If you dare miss against this outfit, you're liable to fall 10 points behind before you know it. Okay, the Sailors with the ball.
That pass is open.
Here's Don Geiger. And passes over to Ganal. Now it's Ganal's turn. Back to Geiger. She's open by 10 miles. Is she going to get it? She gets it. And Waterloo Columbus has pulled away to a 2-point lead. 20 to 18. We're still in the first quarter with 1:52 to play. Zerke, Zier, Huffman, back to Carol Zerke again. A little jumper. Oh, they're starting to miss. And that's the strategy of this hurry-up game. Karen Turley got the rebound. Back to Turley again. Ball deflected and stolen by Huffman. Great athlete. Huffman got the ball that time. Over to Zier. Back to Huffman again, and she makes it pay up. There, the defensive play of the forwards is what made the difference, right?
I believe that's 4 turnovers caused by the Fort Dodge forwards.
It's a 20-20 ball game. And a thriller. Ganal with it. Over to Tideback. And now to Geiger. She's open again, and misses everything. Couldn't complain about not having an open shot because it was wide open there. Zier takes the ball across the line back to Huffman. Guarded by Dunnicky. Goes inside. Tony Zier works her way along the baseline. Dunnicky does a great job of screening out to take the rebound. Stolen back again by Zerke. Can't get the shot. A follow-through shot is good. And I believe that's going to be Chris Huffman getting credit for her 10th point. Fort Dodge 22, Waterloo Columbus 20. A whale of a battle here. Geiger looks to Tideback to Geiger. They're giving Geiger the shot. Tideback's going to take it. She does. She fouls. It's good. And a foul is called on number 55, Christy Herzog. Now let's watch this action. Gary, slow down in forecourt here.
There's the double team. And
Okay, and look at that, the double team, and now Zerke comes up. She misses, but Huffman comes right back again.
the offensive rebound. They really go to the board.
Okay, live action again, and Tideback misses their shot. Free throw, but the rebound is taken by the Sailors. Here's Ganal with it, back out to Geiger, and now to Ganal. Give Geiger the shot. Is she going to take it? She does, and it's good. That is now Columbus ahead, 24-22. 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tony Zier to Carol Zerke and to Chris Huffman. We're down to 5-4. Huffman's going to shoot it. How beautifully they play that ball around, mix it up, and pass off to the open person. Could it be any more even? Of course it couldn't. At the end of the first quarter, a tie game at 24. We'll be right back. All right, a comparison here. The 5-on-5 first quarter score, Gary, was 8-10. This score is 24-24. These gals are averaging 2 points every 10 seconds.
Field goal percentages, Columbus 12 out of 15, 80%. Fort Dodge a little cooler, 11 out of 19.
Okay, a scramble for the basketball, and coming away with it is Waterloo Columbus. The Sailors have the ball. Over to Julie Canal, but they are going to call a pushing foul off the ball underneath the basket on number 55, Christy Hersberg. Well, that means that Canal now will throw it in, number 42. Score tied at 24. We're entering the second quarter of action. Geiger. Canal looks all the time to Tideback. Their imposing post shooter, but Geiger not to be denied. She averaged a double figure during the season, and now it's a 26-24 Waterloo Columbus lead. Huffman. Zerke. Nice cross-court pass, and Huffman is fouled by Dunnicky, and that could be trouble. I think that's number 3 on Dunnicky, isn't it?
I have 3.
Stephanie Dunnicky, the 5'6" senior, and she is very active out there. Leads her team in rebounding, averaging about 5.5. I think Mel Coopersmith's going to keep her in now.
I think it's going to have to be this early.
Right, here's Carol Zerke. She tries one, and we have a foul again on the backcourt of Waterloo Columbus of Karen Curley, the 5'9" junior. This could be the key to this game. They have a thinner squad than Fort Dodge.
Right, and Waterloo has been in a little bit of foul trouble. Usually it's been Rogers, but she only has 1, and Turley has 1 to go with Dunnicky's 3.
Okay, 1-on-1 time for Carol Zerke. 61% free throwers are going to go. It does not. But Tony Zier comes up with a great offensive rebound. Chris Huffman, open, shoots it. Too much iron on that, and Turley with a rebound. Now, look at the defense being played by the Fort Dodge forwards. They almost come up with the ball. Stephanie Rogers. Look at that long pass in the forecourt. Geiger. She would have had an easy bucket that time, and coming right back. Shot goes in. Julie Canal. I didn't think that was going to make it.
She had quite a roll, and Molly Tideback was right up there around the rim to get the rebound.
Columbus leading 28-24. Huffman to Zier. Tony Zier in the paint. That's their favorite spot. See, they making them one after another there. Last night when Fort Dodge ran up 103 points on Waukee. 28-26. Columbus with the lead and the ball. Canal, back to Geiger and back to Canal. Okay, there's Tideback trying to get it. She's fouled. They put the clamp on her, and Fort Dodge now incurring a foul on
Pam Bolin.
I believe on Bolin.
They tried to drop her back to help on the lob pass, but she made body contact.
Tell you that Tideback has his great hands and long arms. Now the inbounds pass is stolen, and Fort Dodge has the ball. Almost stolen back again. Across the line, Zerke to Huffman. Flips to Zier. Here's Zerke with it. Carol Zerke. She owns that spot on the baseline, doesn't she?
I can't believe how high she gets off the floor on that jump shot.
Well, they're volleyball players. They won the state championship in volleyball. Canal inside, 3 guards on her, and she still gets the shot away. Tideback punts it through, and Molly Tideback now has 18 points. She got 35 last night.
She still has not missed.
Here's Zier with it. Now they work that circle pattern, I guess. We weave pattern as they come right around off the top.
I want to see that in slow motion so I can draw it.
Yeah, and maybe use it next year. Okay, Tideback in underneath. The shot drops, and she is fouled again. This time on Pam Bolin, number 51. Let's take a look at that shot and great individual effort. Here's Tideback getting it, driving in, and she just leans forward, and Bolin picks up the foul. Tideback will be at the line. She already has 20 points. Fought for on the rebound and stolen away by Fort Dodge. Bolin lobs it across the line. Who committed the foul, and now, I guess turnabout is fair play. The foul goes the other way, this time on Stephanie Rogers.
You hate to have those at the line, but both teams play aggressive line defense. Tideback is 10 for 10 from the field, Jim, and 0 for 2 from the line.
Talking about a 92-foot or 94-foot game. We're seeing it tonight. And the rebound by Zerke. Carol Zerke on a rebound off a missed free throw by Tony Zier. And Fort Dodge now has tied the game again at 32. Underneath the Tideback, and look at that shot. Molly tied back, wasting no time whatsoever. I think they're beating 10 seconds to score. 34-32. Chris Huffman with the ball, and it's a 34-34 ball game. Get a new computers. Man, oh man, they're going to wear this one out. Down court now to Ganell. In underneath, tied back, can't get the ball, and a missed shot, fast break, lob across the line, and here's Tony Zier to Chris Huffman. And underneath, and Zerke, that's going to be a foul. I thought maybe too much time in the lane, but foul on Karen Turley.
It was close. Turley been a little more patient. I think they'd have gotten the 3-second call.
All right, they scored first 3 minutes of the first quarter. Both teams scored a total of 20 points, and they've duplicated that here in the second quarter. Carol Zerke at the charity line, and Fort Dodge now takes that narrow 1-point lead, 35-34. Zerke up there again. She's a 61% free thrower. He cashes in twice. Fort Dodge 36, Waterloo Columbus 34. In one of the fastest moving offensive games we've seen, and now trying to throw it in, and I believe over the line, Sarah Conrady comes in, number 30, replacing Karen Turley. Ball was batted out of bounds, so it'll be played in again, and Kendenick can get to the ball. She does get to it. And Julie Ganell has it. Now off to Geiger. Here's tied back, wastes no time. A little bank shot, can't hit it this time. Banked a little bit too hard, and Fort Dodge with a rebound. Dodgers have the ball, and a 2-point lead. There's Tony Zier. She gets her 6 points. Carol Zerke has 18, and Chris Huffman has 14, and right now, looks like an injury on the court. Carol Zerke? Carol Zerke. She's going to be okay? I believe so. Apparently banged up her leg.
Fort Dodge 40, Waterloo Columbus 38. Tied back at the line. She has 26 points. And we're still in the first half with the 27 points and make it a 1-point game. Fort Dodge 40, Waterloo Columbus 39. Here's Tony Zier with the ball back to Huffman, and she looks to Zier once again, pass to Carol Zerke. She's okay. No harm from that fall, apparently, and Zier's just a spin around in the lane. Now let's watch the follow-through shot on a rebound, and that's where Fort Dodge can kill you on those offensive rebound shots, and that's exactly what Zerke got.
Coming into tonight, Zier had 17 in the tournament to be first, and Zerke had 10 to be third.
Here's Fort Dodge leading 42-39, and they come up with a steal of the ball. Pam Boland got it that time. Great defense being played by the Dodgers. They're known fundamentally as an offensive team. Zier, ball slapped around. Huffman goes back with it again, and Huffman's going to shoot it, and it's in. Fort Dodge 44, Waterloo Columbus 39.
That was a volleyball pass.
It was. That's something else. Great handwork there, and now a nice drive by Julie Ganell of Waterloo Columbus as they continue to make this score mount. Fort Dodge 44, Waterloo Columbus 41. Huffman. And another attempt there by Zier. Can't get it to drop. Rebound taken by Waterloo Columbus. Out of the backcourt now. That was Sarah Conrady got the rebound. Here's Tideback on the inside, and Tideback is fouled. Molly Tideback. Foul will be assessed to Val Brewer. She'll go to the free throw line.
Jim, if I can read Mike's writing, Columbus is 8 of 9 this quarter, and Fort Dodge 9 of 11.
Incredible, incredible. Look at that score. They're going to have 100 points between them, possibly by the end of this quarter, by the end of the second quarter. Fort Dodge 44, Waterloo Columbus 81. Gets another one here. 28 points now for Molly Tideback. We're taking a look at this young lady, only 15 years old, 6'1". What great touch she has on the ball. Next year she'll be playing 5-on-5. She can play about any place she wants to, can't she?
She sure can.
She got great speed of foot as well. Fort Dodge 44-43, and the Dodgers have the basketball. Now they work that lead pattern once again, and that seems to fool Deneke and company. Why does it?
I've got to watch for that a little closer. They catch me by surprise, too.
Okay, and then underneath, and here's Tideback. Well, they get it at one end of the court, and Tideback turns it right back again. She now has 31 points. Molly tied back. Fort Dodge leading 46-45. Huffman looks to the inside. There's Tony Zier. And back to Huffman again. They just don't miss those times. Fort Dodge 48-45. 144. Guess I'm not too far off on my prediction of possibly 100 points between them by halftime. Okay, here's Ganal, and back again to Geiger. They're giving her the shot. Geiger.
They went back to the double team.
And Geiger makes it good. She now has 10 points. She goes to double figures. Fort Dodge by 1, 48-47. Huffman to Zier. Back to Huffman again. And Chris Huffman. Wait a minute. We have a foul, first of all, for pushing off on Tony Zier. I don't think the shot's going to count, is it?
Illegal screen.
Illegal screen. All right, let's watch this illegal screen. And Gary, I'll have you take over here and describe what went wrong.
All right, she's up and, yep. She set a moving screen, and she has to be stationary.
Almost a pushing off position. So 1-and-1 time. And at the free throw line, Ganal, who is an 89% free thrower, but it won't drop for her. And it's Fort Dodge with the basketball. And the Dodgers now with a chance to go up by 3 in this wild game here in the championship. Tony Zier does a great job of faking, and the ball goes through. She is fouled, and credit her with a fantastic individual move against Stephanie Rogers. 3 fouls on Rogers. Let's watch this one on replay.
Tony Zier made this move several times.
Look at this
last
one.
night. Up on the arm.
Great job of ducking back underneath and pulling her off balance. Shot no good. Zier with the rebound. And what's going to happen here? Carol Zwicky takes it off to Huffman again. We're down to 53 seconds. And there's Huffman from the baseline. Fort Dodge leads 52-47. If Fort Dodge was playing any lesser team, they'd be leading by 25 points. Over and back violation.
Boy, they sure would. There they were in the circle. You cannot reach in the circle.
Boy, give Mel Coopersmith and company credit for keeping pretty much a pace with these gals from Fort Dodge.
Pull the ball out here.
Well, let's see what they do here. We're down to 35 seconds, and they might just stall it out and take that last shot. What are they going to do? They could be scoring 6 points in the time that they're fooling around out there. But they would have been gone.
Probably because.
But Fort Dodge might score 8 points in the same time. All right, here's Geiger with it now. We're down to 17 seconds. Ganal over to Geiger. And you know who's going to take the shot here, don't you? Or try to take the shot. We're down to 8 seconds. No, it's going to be Geiger along the baseline. Back to Ganal, and they lose it. And it comes back out, and now a foul is called on tied back. So instead of cutting it down by 2 points, and Mel Coopersmith just shakes his head on that. Well, I guess that's a calculated gamble you take, stalling the clock down. Some bad things can happen in there, too.
I think he was probably protecting his guards. Hoping
All right,
not
you got
pick one up, another one up.
2 of his guards have 3 fouls. The other one has 2. And Huffman at the charity line before Dodge. The Dodgers now open up a 6-point lead.
There's your 100 first half point.
That's right. Huffman's second one, 101 points so far in the first half. 3 seconds to play. Dunnicky comes up with the ball. It goes out of bounds. And who's going to get it? I think they're going to give a call a jump.
3-point attempt.
Yeah. It'll be a jump.
Huffman may try the 3-pointer here.
All right, and Carol Zwicky will go against Dunnicky. Half control and a 3-point attempt by Huffman. You saw how close she came on that one, and that's all they needed to drive another nail in the door. Fort Dodge 54, Waterloo Columbus 47. What a game. We'll be right back with the Hall of Fame awards after this.
The state of Iowa has been a pattern for other states in participation of girls in high school athletics. Over 50% of the athletes in Iowa are women, and Iowa leads all other states by a wide margin. In basketball and swimming, more girls go into college athletics than boys. Since 1920, over 500,000 girls have competed in basketball, and 166 have been elected to the Hall of Fame. This year's honorees will be escorted by the 1985 cover girl from North Polk, Brenda Johnson. Trophies will be presented by an Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Director, Louise McCormick. exploits as a guard were impressive. As a sophomore, she averaged 9.2 rebounds, 4.1 steals, and a state-leading 6.3 blocked shots per game, and was named second-team All-State by both the Des Moines Register and the IDPA. She was the only sophomore on the first 7 Register and the first 5 IDPA honor squads. Her team was unbeaten, advancing to the state meet before losing to the eventual state champion. She followed with another unbeaten season for the team, averaging 6.7 rebounds, 4.3 steals, and 4.9 blocked shots. But again, the team was eliminated in the first round of the state championship by the eventual champion. Her senior season, the averages were 8.7 rebounds, 4.8 steals, and 3.9 blocked shots. In both her junior and senior seasons, she was named first-team All-State by both the Des Moines Register and the IDPA. In 3 years, 2 second-team and 4 first-team All-State berths. Following high school graduation, she enrolled at Iowa State University to major in business education and to play college basketball. As a guard, she made the adjustment from the 6-girl to 5-girl basketball, averaging 7.1 rebounds her freshman season. During January of that first year, she blocked 4 shots in each of 2 Big 8 conference games to tie a league record. A knee injury cut short her basketball career in the sophomore season, but for her 2-year career, she averaged 6.8 rebounds, 5th best ever, and her total of 210 rebounds was 12th all-time. Also a standout high jumper in high school, she placed second in the state her sophomore season, and then the first place gold her junior and senior years. Her 5-foot 6-inch leap as a junior is still the 3rd best ever in Iowa high school history. In May 1982, she graduated from Iowa State with distinction and a bachelor's degree in business administration. For 2 years, she worked at a resort in Montana, and since early 1984 has been a cost accountant in the Minneapolis area. Now deeply involved with a kinship boy, a big brother-sister program in Minnesota, she still is active in softball with the company team. From West Burlington, 1978, one of the outstanding guards in Iowa girls basketball history, Hall of Famer Carrie Crafton. This Hall of Fame inductee finished her career as the 9th highest scorer in Iowa high school history and one of the truly great all-around athletes. She started her basketball career with a 48-point effort in her first game as a freshman and continued to score 4,159 points, lead her team to 2 state tournaments, and in 4 years her teams never lost more than 2 games in a season. Overall, they were 96 wins against 8 losses. Her senior season, she was named first-team All-State by the Des Moines Register and the IDPA, was on the All-Tournament team, and was named Honorable Mention All-America by the National High School Coaches Association. She continued basketball in college at the University of South Dakota and Augustana College in Sioux Falls. Upon graduation, she was the all-time career leading scorer, averaging 21.5 points, 8.4 rebounds, was named South Dakota Female Athlete of the Year, and an academic All-American. She still holds records for season points, as well as records for single-game scoring, field goals per game, season, and career, and led the nation hitting 87% of her free throws. She was most valuable player on her team all 4 years of college. She's also the 2nd winningest pitcher in Iowa softball history and elected to the Pitchers Hall of Fame. In track, she was a 4-time qualifier as a member of the shuttle hurdle relay team and 3 times qualified for the state shot put, finishing 5th her senior season. With all the athletic activities, she still found time to be active in many singing groups, including church choir, was a Bible school teacher, and a member of the National Honor Society. She graduated from Augustana in 1982 and is in her 3rd year of teaching in the Lennox School District in South Dakota, married to Jeff Hayden. They're parents of 1 daughter with another child due in April. From West Lyon, 1978, one of the truly great all-around athletes and the 9th best scorer in Iowa basketball history, Cindy Dreesen. The year is 1964. Less than 5 minutes remain in the state championship game, and her team is down by 10 points. The number 1 rated team all season. Time is running out to keep that ranking. She rebounds a missed teammate's free throw and hits a short shot. The opponents score again, and she then hits 3 straight jump shots to get within 3 and ignite her team. The opponents score again, but it proves to be their last gasp. She hits 2 more jump shots to cut the lead to 1, and a teammate makes good on a layup for the lead, and they go on to win the state championship in the school's first trip to the state tournament. Her brilliant play in the final game, plus her leadership in the others, resulted in her being named the all-tournament team captain. She was named first-team All-State by the Des Moines Register her junior year, and the following season, first-team All-State by both the Register and the Iowa Daily Press Association. An outstanding basketball player, she also qualified 3 years for the state track meet and was a participant in the 1964 state softball tournament. Following high school graduation, she played 3 years at Wayne State University, graduating with a bachelor's degree in education. She was named to the AAU All-Region team all 3 years and led her team to the national tournament in 1968. She taught PE in the Spencer school system, and then in 1973 was called upon to organize and coach the first girls basketball program at the high school and assist with the girls track program. She then went to the University of Northern Colorado and earned a master's degree in physical education in 1976, and that fall she was named the head women's basketball coach at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, a position she still holds. Her record in 9 seasons shows only 1 losing season, and her teams have won the AIAW State Championship 5 times, been to the National AIAW National Tournament, the NCAA Regionals, and 3 times her team has been the North Central Conference champion. She was the first woman inducted into the Wayne State Athletic Hall of Fame and was an assistant coach of the U.S. Women's Olympic team at the Olympic Summer Sports Festival in 1983. Currently, she's a member of the NCAA Regional Ranking Committee, chairperson of the WBCA Coach of the Year Committee, and All-American Committee. She also directs the Lady Mav basketball camp. Welcome the young lady that wouldn't quit and led her team to the 1964 state championship from West Monona 1965, Sherry Mankenberg. Ladies and gentlemen, your 1985 Hall of Fame. Now for the 12th year in a row, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union proudly presents the cleanest show in town.
Brenda Johnson. I just want you to know that I've been around you so much this week that I feel that we might be related somehow.
Oh, I don't think so, but we might be.
Brenda, tell me a little bit about yourself. Everybody has seen your picture on the cover of the program, which I think is beautifully done. Photography by Al Barczewski. You really look good. And a little bit about yourself. You're a little modest, I know that. I'd like to recommend the fact to the people that it does pay off to do your homework in school, because you need 37 academic credits to graduate, and you'll have 43 by the time you get out. Have you really worked hard in school?
Yeah, I try to work hard, and it's kind of a goal I've set to accomplish my grades, and so far I've accomplished that.
What about some of the activities you've been involved with in school? Could you elaborate a bit for us?
Yes, I've been involved in softball and basketball and track, dance company, band and chorus, flags, FFA, SCS, and the National Honor Society.
What about the FFA? I understand you're really pretty active in that organization.
Yes, I'm the president of the FFA, and we have a fairly strong chapter. We work on our BOAC projects, and we work with the community a lot around that. And we're also strong with the production of our lot, which is...
Okay, you went to North Polk High School, but actually you live in Alleman, is that right?
Yes, I live in the country on a farm outside of Alleman.
Tell us a bit about your family, if you will.
Okay, my dad's name is Roger, and I have a mom, Jane, and my brother, Barry, which is a junior at Iowa State University.
Okay, now quickly, you might tell us about the activities during the week that impressed you the most. You've attended quite a few of them. I think that your fans around Iowa would like to know a little bit more.
Okay, I've had a number of radio interviews, and I attended the Players' Breakfast on Friday morning, and then this morning I attended the First Lady Breakfast.
Gee, it's been a quick interview, but time's running out. It's a great ball game, isn't it?
Oh, it is a good game.
Well, I want to tell you, they picked you as the cover girl, and you certainly covered this tournament brilliantly. You're a very lovely lady.
Thank you.
Okay, Jim, eat your heart out. Here's Jim Zabel.
6 consecutive years, the Iowa Girls High School Basketball Finals have been brought to you by Land O'Lakes and your cooperative handling, Land O'Lakes Products and Services.
The last time for the night, isn't it?
And I am eating my heart out, Bob. Very nice interview there with a lovely young lady. And talking about lovely young ladies, we're talking about some high-scoring young ladies here. Gary Page, these two teams so far have accounted for 101 points. How have they done it? Let's talk about the shooting percentages. 84.6 for Waterloo Columbus, 68.5 for Fort Dodge. What else stands out here?
Well, as you can see on your screen there, the turnovers, 10 for Waterloo Columbus, only 2 for Fort Dodge. Although the rebounds are even, Fort Dodge has 6 offensive rebounds, which has been a real key for them. And their forwards have 5 steals.
Well, and here are the leading scorers in the game so far. Huffman, Zerke, and Zaire. Huffman and Zerke, look at that scoring balance. 3 forwards in double figures already.
They've had that balance all year long.
And there's Molly Tideback, kind of the one-gal show up there. We don't mean that really, but scoring-wise, she is 31 points.
You know, these bottom 2 could be a real key, though. Geiger's 10 and Ganal's 6. If Tideback attracts too much attention and they can put the ball on the hoop, Columbus can stay with Fort Dodge.
Okay, keep this in mind, Gary. The all-time, wow, hey, keeping her awake, I guess. If that's a her, I guess it's a her. Okay. Here we go now with action in the second half. And I say keep this in mind that the all-time record scorer, Manila 91, Adele DeSoto 74 in 1974. They could beat that record, and Tideback is already on the road to doing that. 33 points now for Molly Tideback, and Fort Dodge leading 54-49.
She has just become the tournament scoring leader with 151
Look at that move by Tony Zier. Not only a fantastic athletic move, but she draws a foul from Stephanie Rogers. And that could spell trouble, more trouble for the Sailors.
That is Stephanie's 4th foul.
You're allowed 6, of course, in 6-on-6 play. But we got a long way to go here yet. Tony Zier makes it a 3-pointer, and Fort Dodge now pulls away to their biggest lead, 57-49. Now driving toward the east basket to our right here at Veterans Auditorium. The Sailors of Waterloo, Columbus. And Tideback has the ball flipped out of her hands, let's see, by Pam Boland. Pam Boland has credit for that. So throwing it in will be Julie Ganal. Geiger to Ganal. Back to Geiger.
gives Fort Dodge the opportunity now with that high-scoring front court machine to move out. There's Carol Zerke. Can't give him that kind of opportunity, and right away, before you know it, they got a 10-point lead, which they do, Gary.
She caught the ball with her back to the basket and was squared up with a complete turn in the air.
You're talking about explosive. That's in the dictionary definition. And tied back now going in for the shot. She's proud. I think before the shot. It's on Pam Boland for third.
Fort Dodge guards are kind of spreading the fouls around a little, so they don't have much problem.
Okay, it's the Sailors now in possession. Geiger out to Ganell. Nice shot by Julie Ganell. They're going to have to come up with a lot of those because Fort Dodge won't let you off the hook. They won't stall it out. They just keep piling up those points. Huffman, and they can do it. Tony Zier.
There's that little play.
And it bounces around this time, and a foul is on Zier. And she came down and went over the back of Karen Turley to try to get that ball.
Jim, that's one of the other differences between 5-on-5 and 6-on-6.
We'll take a look at it again. Look at her get off the floor with that shot.
You can see the Columbus guard had the ball, and Zier came in just a little late.
So now, an advantage to the Sailors. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Into tied back. She's got that patented move down to the point where she just doesn't miss on it. Fort Dodge lead now cut to 6 points. 59-53. Tony Zier may change all that. Ball stripped away from her. Loose in the lane, but Huffman gets it. And Huffman cashes in.
Kind of a sidewinder jump shot there.
They just got them all. Okay, a little shot there at the Fort Dodge bench. They're wearing their black uniforms tonight, and Geiger loses control of the ball. Who's going to get it? It's the guards coming up with it. Boland of Fort Dodge across the line to Tony Zier. Fort Dodge leads 61-53. Carol Zerke back again to Tony Zier, and the ball just ripped away from her. You're allowed to do that in the lane. Dunnicky came up with it, just stole it away from Zier. Here's Ganell. Over to Geiger. We're down to 5 minutes and 19 seconds in the third quarter, and who's going to get this loose ball? Going to be the Sailors with it. Geiger comes in and underneath, and a blocking foul is called on number 53, Val Brewer. Fort Dodge 61, Waterloo Columbus 53. As we see. Yeah. So if you don't watch what you're doing, here's what can happen to you. Dunnicky just ripped the ball right away from her.
Dunnicky came up from the weak side and...
All right, we have a timeout. We'll be back right after this message. Okay, and we have action once again. Fort Dodge 61 and Waterloo Columbus 53. Anybody done anything unexpected here in the second half, Gary?
It looks like both teams have taken up where they left off. Waterloo Columbus's Molly Tideback is now 16 out of 17, but she can't offset the balance of Fort Dodge.
Here's Geiger with it, trying to feed Tideback. She has a battle with the opposing guards, but she wins it and picks up her 37th point. Fort Dodge 61-55. Carol Zerke to Huffman. To Zier to Huffman. They like to work that little curlicue play, but Dunnicky comes up with a steal, and it is a foul on Tony Zier as she tries to get the ball back. Here's another steal.
The second possession in a row that Dunnicky's come up with a big play.
That's right.
Tips the ball away. She
has a good record for steals, interceptions, and she leads her team in rebounding. So now it is a bucket, and a nice drive there by Geiger, and we have a 4-point ball game. Fort Dodge 61, Waterloo Columbus 57. Huffman to Tony Zier, to Huffman to Zier, and Zier comes right back. Kind of an off-balance shot, but with her athletic ability, she makes it look easy. 63-57, Fort Dodge. Dodgers now
reached in the circle. Okay,
so that means that it'll be played in the forward court of Waterloo, Columbus. The Sailors wearing the white uniforms. Their colors are green and white, actually. Fort Dodge, red and black. They're wearing black uniforms. Fort Dodge is. Here's Geiger with it. She's going to shoot it, and she makes it. Geiger with 14 points now. Leading scorer, tied back with 37. Tony Zier, 63-59. Fort Dodge's 10-point lead cut down to 4, but Huffman may change that. Can't do it. Look at all those long arms reaching for the rebound, and it's going to be a jump. Fort Dodge's strength, in addition to shooting, is offensive rebounding.
Yes, by far the leading offensive rebounding team in the tournament.
Okay, and now here's Huffman. She tries that long one. It's good. 3-point shot by Chris Huffman, and that's not what Waterloo Columbus needed.
Huffman is such an outstanding shooter.
Really is. Tied back over to Geiger. Now, that's right. This is, they complain about some games, one from the free throw line. Certainly cannot say that about this game because it's being won or lost from the field. And that foul on number 55 is on Christy Hersberg. And at the charity line, there she is. Good shot of her. Molly Tideback, 15-year-old, 6'1" freshman.
Jim, both teams did pick up where they left off. Columbus is 6 of 7 from the field, and Fort Dodge 5 of 7 so far.
She can cut Fort Dodge's lead to 5. She now has 38 points. Give her 39. And make it a 5-point game, 66-61. The Dodgers with the ball and the lead, and Zier takes it across the line. Zerke to Huffman, back to Zier. Fort Dodge gives you a little bit of everything from all positions, and deflected, and the Dodgers come up with it, however. Now back to Zerke, almost taken by Dunnicky, but Huffman tries the shot, it's no good, and Turley with the rebound. Karen Turley, a key rebound to Dunnicky, back to Turley. Let's see if they get safely across the line. They do, and we can have a 3-point game when this is all over with if they can score. Back to Geiger. Doesn't try the weak side score that time. Ganal instead comes up with it. Back to Geiger again. Looks inside, and they've got Tideback in a sandwich down there. These two guards. Geiger is open. She punches it through. 16 points for Geiger, and we have a 3-point ball game, and Fort Dodge wants a timeout, and the green and white, as is appropriate of approaching St. Patrick's Day, is going wild over there. So there you see the score, and we'll be right back. Okay, Fort Dodge with the basketball now, and their lead has shrunk from 10 down to 3. Huffman trying to change that. She does. It's a 5-point lead as Chris Huffman notches her 29th point. She's having a fantastic game, almost lost in the shovel because Tideback has 39 points for Waterloo Columbus. And a beauty by Julie Ganal, as they now have all 3 of their forwards in double figures. Zerke, Huffman, back to Zerke. Fort Dodge leads 68-65, and look at that shot by Chris Huffman. She's shown us everything in the book. She's put on her own clinic out there.
I don't know what else the Columbus guards could do.
Right, did everything possible, still couldn't stop her. Geiger to Ganal. Ganal's going to try that same shot and makes it again. Same spot. Got an X on the floor. Fort Dodge 70-67. 1:44 left to play, third period. Carol Zerke over to Chris Huffman again. And the ball stolen away by Stephanie Rogers. And now let's see what they can do to make it a 1-point ball game. Inside to Tideback, and she loses control of the ball. Tideback couldn't get it. Loses control of the ball, and it's going to be played in by Fort Dodge. Well, you got to say this is a tough break for the Sailors, but it was made tough by great defensive play by Fort Dodge.
It sure was. We've got Pam Bolin back in the ball game now for Fort Dodge in the guard court, number 51.
And she's bringing the ball up court, and we have a foul now called on Geiger. One of the Waterloo Columbus Sailor forwards. So it'll be Fort Dodge possession in forecourt, and Chris Huffman. To Zerke, back to Huffman again, to Zier. Now the two Z's play catch with, and a foul coming up here, a hacking foul call on Karen Turley, number 40, as she was going in for the shot. Fort Dodge 70, Waterloo Columbus 67. 2 shots coming. Aren't too many teams, Gary, it seems to me, with the ability to get 10 points down from a Fort Dodge and climb back into the thing again, which Cooperspin has done.
Waterloo Columbus is the one that could do it.
All right, and both shots good. That makes it a 72-67 game and a 5-point lead for the Dodgers. Coming out, Dunnicky with the ball, and a really two-timer, putting pressure on. You're allowed unlimited time to get the ball out of the backcourt so long as you make progress toward doing it. Ooh, that was a close one. Geiger picks it up, retrieves it. Molly tied back with the ball. Goes over to Ganal. Now they move their guards out a little bit. Geiger, ball slapped right back at her there. Good defensive play by Val Brewer. Geiger, the tied back to Geiger. Geiger tied back. There's where she wants it, and she gets it. Have you seen Tideback take a long shot of any kind?
She hasn't needed to.
She hasn't needed to, right.
She's 18 out of 19 from underneath.
Fort Dodge 72-69. The Dodgers with the ball, and Carol Zerke into Huffman, and Huffman pops it up there, loose. Who's going to come down with a rebound? They call it jump. Karen Turley, rather, involved from the Waterloo Columbus standpoint. She goes against Chris Huffman, number 35. 72-69. Very important possession coming up here. Huffman bats it over to Tony Zier. They're going to make him play it in from out of bounds. Okay, now it's Zerke. Over to Huffman. And to Tony Zier. Back to Zier again, and that little wrist action shot on the baseline. Incredible shooting. She now has 17 points. Fort Dodge leads by 5, 74-69. Geiger to Tideback. Can she make this one? Oh. I don't know. I've used that word unbelievable so many times. She now has 43 points. There we have it, the end of the third quarter, and we'll be back with the final 8 minutes in just a moment. All right, they're still keeping up that tremendous pace here. A point every 10 seconds in this game. Maybe they wore the ball out. Fort Dodge 74, Waterloo Columbus 71, and the Dodgers now leading by 3. Put the ball into play. Wide open. Great play. Give Chris Huffman an assist and give Tony Zier the bucket. Fort Dodge 76-71. You can't leave them open. Even when you guard them, they make the shot. All right, and now Waterloo Columbus trying to figure out how they're going to get the opening there. Geiger's going to try it, and can't get it, and the ball, let's see, it's going to be in the possession of Waterloo Columbus. Diving for it that time was Pam Boland, could not get it. Geiger will put the ball in play. Big possession here for Columbus. They are in the fourth quarter. They don't want to get down by any more than they are right now, which is 5 points. They can make a 3-point game out of it, and is she going to do it? She does it. 3-point game again.
20 out of 21, 9 in a row.
45 points. This is their best game so far for Tideback in the tournament. 76-73 Fort Dodge. If you like offensive basketball, you got to love this. Zier tries the shot. Turley gets the rebound. Big rebound, but it's going to go out of bounds. That'll be Fort Dodge in play. Oh, she got too ambitious that time. Tried to throw, and Dunnicky couldn't get to the ball.
I'd almost make excuses for the Columbus guards because you're so excited you finally stopped
we
Fort
got
Dodge.
the ball. Okay, and here is Tony Zier. Chris Zerke, they work that little play again, and they make it work for a bucket. Zerke with 12 points. Fort Dodge 78, Waterloo Columbus 73. Tied back, and tied back is fouled by number 55, Christy Hersberg.
She picks up her 4th.
Christy Hersberg, and now we'll see at the free throw line, Molly Tideback, who actually has a better percentage from the field than she does from the free throw line, 64-62. If she connects on that one, 46 points for Tideback. Molly Tideback, 20 of 21 from the field. I don't know whether they gauge great freshman performances, but in a championship game, Mike Henderson, I'm not too sure any freshman has ever done much better than this. Fort Dodge 78-75 as Tideback scores, and Carol Zerke comes right back, tries the shot, and is fouled by number 52, Stephanie Rogers. So that's 5 fouls on Rogers, and that could be trouble with a long time remaining to be played here. 6:42 to go. Zerke at the charity line. She goes out of the game. Coming in is Sarah Carnrarty, 5'6" senior. They give away a lot of height there because Stephanie going out is 5'10". Carol Zerke can't hit the shot. He's a 61% free throw. This time, Zerke gives Fort Dodge their 79th point and a 4-point lead. 79-75. Donachie will throw the ball in. Now they try to two-time the new guard coming in. Donachie takes it back again. Nice job of getting across the line, and a foul called on Christy Herzberg as she reached in, tried to get the ball away from Molly Tideback.
And now she picks up her 5th foul.
Well, a little bit of an equalizer there, and at the free throw line will be Tideback, trying to make this a 2-point game. Can't do it, but who's going to get the rebound? It goes into the hands of Boland. Back again to Herzberg, and stolen back again by Tideback, demonstrating her ability both on defense and on offense. Doesn't have to demonstrate it on offense anymore, not with 47 points or whatever she has. Here's the 47 points, goes into Tideback, and a foul is called on Christy Herzberg. I believe is that the end of the road for her? 6 fouls on Herzberg.
Jim, that's what I have.
All right, Christy Herzberg goes to the bench. Tideback currently ranked the 15th highest scorer of all previous tournaments. Only a freshman. And with 6:16 left to play, who knows what's going to happen. She can still make this now a 2-point ball game if she converts. First shot is up, and it's a 3-point game. Fort Dodge 79, Waterloo Columbus 76. Good look at her. 15 years old. 8 of 12 from the line. Continues that torrid shooting. 49 points now for Tideback. And we have a 2-point game. Dodgers with a 2-point lead in the ball. Huffman to Zerke. To Zier. To Huffman. And the ball battered and knocked out of bounds. They rule it was touched by Fort Dodge, by Zerke, I guess. So it's going to be played in by the Sailors. And their crowd of fans going absolutely mad here at Veterans Auditorium. Turley inbounds the ball. The Fort Dodge forwards really working over, trying to come up with it. A pass into forecourt by Conrady, and it goes out of bounds. Well, the new young guard got a little bit excited that time. Passed too hard. So Fort Dodge with the ball. And a chance to take a 4-point lead. Across the line it goes. Zier to Huffman. They won't waste any time here. Back to Huffman again, and she's going to shoot it, and she can't get it. Now down with the rebound, and we have a jump ball called as Karen Turley gets it. And the Sailor fans think that she should have had a clean rebound there. Oh. Let's watch a replay.
Be the judge.
The jump ball. Did she do it? We got a replay coming up here. The ball comes down. Okay, now, what do we have? We had a jump ball. We were looking at the replay and live action. And they're going to award the ball over to Fort Dodge.
In the circle too soon. Got to wait till it's tapped.
No, a little overeagerness. Costly on the part of the Sailors. Here's Tony Zier. A little jump shot. She's fouled. Zier fouled by Karen Turley. So Tony Zier will now go to the line. Columbus has had their opportunities, haven't they, Gary?
Oh, they have, and a couple of unforced turnovers. Now Karen Turley has picked up her 4th foul.
Let's take a look at Tony Zier. She's at the free throw line. Rattles the hoop, but it drops. 80-77. These gals are hot in pursuit of an all-time scoring record in the tournament championship game, and a big rebound for Carol Zerke, and traveling called on Huffman. Well, one of the rare unforced turnovers for that very polished front court, but it works to the benefit of the Sailors. They can make a 1-point game out of this thing. Donachie throws it in. Now let's see if Conrady and Turley and company can keep command of the ball here. Tideback with it. Down to Geiger. Plenty of time here. 5:15 to play in the game. State championship, 6-on-6. Geiger looking to Tideback. All the time looking inside. Almost loses the ball. Here's Ganal with it. Back again to Geiger. And Tideback takes the ball. Whoa, she almost lost it that time. Ganal back to Geiger. It's a one-point game. Fort Dodge 80. Waterloo Columbus 79. Hang on to your hats. Chris Huffman. And Tony Zier. Now they work that
little play.
Little play again, and it always seems to work. That little weave pattern play as they come in off the high post and bring it down and put it right through the hoop. Tideback comes back again. She can't get it. One of her rare misses. And now it's Fort Dodge with a rebound and a three-point lead. Carol Zerke, look at that rapid-fire offense get cranked into high gear here. Tony Zier, 4:18 to play. Huffman with the ball. She shoots it, and it is Zier with the rebound coming in, and I'm afraid it's a foul on Turley. Turley looked like she got her hand injured that time and also picks up the foul.
Number 5.
5 on Turley. Now going out of the game is Sarah Conrady, and coming in is Stephanie Rogers. She has 5 too, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Yeah. 5 on Rogers, and Tony Zier at the free throw line. That's right. The action going so hot. Doesn't look like the two coaches even want to call a timeout. 83-79 Fort Dodge. 4:13 to play. And she hits 2 vital free throws, and we have a 5-point lead now for Fort Dodge. Dunnicky. Here's the defense being played by the Fort Dodge forwards. Been a crucial factor in their games to date. Geiger now looks to Tideback. Here's Molly. She's being forced out quite a bit. Geiger looks to Tideback. Tideback wide open. And she now cracks the 50-point barrier. 51 points for Molly Tideback. Fort Dodge leading 84-81. 3:45 to play. Will they put the ball into deep freeze? I don't think so. Zier, ball deflected out of bounds on a Zier pass intended for Huffman. Deflected out by Stephanie Dunnicky.
She made an excellent play to get her hand on that ball.
No clock is necessary. Even an 11-second clock they'd be beating most of the time here. Here's Zerke with it. Back out to Huffman to Zerke. Look at that guarding job done by Turley. But it can't stop Huffman from taking the shot, and Turley grabs the rebound, and Stephanie Rogers loses control of the ball. And they don't call a foul. I think she thought a foul was going to be called there, Gary.
Boy, I went behind the monitor. I didn't see what happened for sure, but a big turnover.
It was a big turnover. She let the ball go. I think she thought it was going to go out of bounds, or we'd have a foul maybe called. But none is called. Fort Dodge gets a big repossession. Zerke against Turley now and kicks it back out to Huffman. The clock is down to 2:59. Fort Dodge leading by 3, 84-81. In a thriller, one of the all-time greats. Huffman guarded by Dunnicky. Over to Tony Zier and back to Huffman again. It's inside. Now Fort Dodge is really taking some time, much more time than they normally do. And Ray Spencer wants to talk to his team. 2:42 to play. Hey, you stay tuned. We got a lot of thrills coming up. The score, 84-81 Fort Dodge. And we're going to take a listen to the Fort Dodge huddle.
Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Get it up. Come on.
You got to pack it and untie that. She comes up, you get in the lane, pass. Get in the lane. You still stay with your girls now. No scooping fouls. I don't want to see anybody reach at the line and get it done there. We want the clock to run now. Okay? Yeah, no 3-point.
All right, now let's switch over to the other team. And Mel Cooper-Smith with the Sailors. Down there, just another day of stocks and bonds for him. Don't kid yourself. He's got World War III going on inside of him. Fort Dodge 84 and Columbus of Waterloo 81. You see it right there, and you're going to watch the final 2:42. Huffman Okay, the possession now by Fort Dodge. Huffman, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Stephanie Rogers. Leads her team in rebounding. Huffman with the ball. Clock down to 2:34 to be played in this historic game. This is the last 6-on-6 game both these teams will play. They're both going 5-on-5 next year. And what a way to bow out, huh, Gary?
Oh, I would guess. They are starting to slow down a little.
They are.
You said.
Unusual for them. Huffman to Zerke. They got instructions. They got a 3-point lead. They're trying to protect it. Let's see what Waterloo Columbus. They got to be careful. They got 2 guards with 5 fouls in there. Huffman now picked up by Dunnicky, number 50. Mel Cooper-Smith now exhorting his players to do something a little bit different. In other words, pressure the players, pressure the ball, try to come up with the interception. That's exactly what they're doing. He tells them to get outside. If they're not going to shoot it, let's try and come up with a steal. Huffman, guarded by Turley, and that's Tony Zier, guarded by Stephanie Rogers. Dunnicky now overplays the passing lane. You're allowed 3 seconds possession time. And a tripping foul on Turley. Tripping foul on Karen Turley. That's the end of the road for her, I believe.
That is right. Jim, these could be big free throws. Chris Huffman has shown she's probably getting a little bit tired. Her last 3 shots from the field have fallen short right off the front of the rim, so we'll take a look on the free throws.
Always one of the sad moments in girls basketball. They show their emotions, and you can't blame them. They worked all season for this. They worked all their careers for this moment. And nobody, it's a great honor to wind up second, but they all want to wind up first. You can't blame them for that. Okay, now at the line is going to be Huffman. Huffman is a 79% free thrower. 1:31 to play.
Jim.
Geiger now comes into the back court.
Right, she's switching from the forward court, and we have
Don DeJager comes into the front court. 5'6" senior. Huffman at the line. Can't hit it, but the rebound Zier, and so that's just about as good as hitting the free throw. Maybe even better. Possession. Now we have another foul, this time on Geiger, the new addition to the backcourt. This time Tony Zier will go to the free throw line. She's in a good mood. Okay, now Tony Zier goes to the charity line. Fort Dodge 84, Waterloo Columbus 81. 1-1 for Tony Zier, and a big one. A big one for Tony Zier. 85-81 now. Fort Dodge moves out in front. 1:24 to play. Those people that thought Fort Dodge was going to have an easy time tonight. Give credit to Waterloo Columbus. 2 big foul shots by Tony Zier. 5-point lead for the Dodgers. And it's Ganell now with the basketball. Let's see what they do to Don DeJager. Goes inside to Molly Tideback, and 3-second violation, a lane violation is called. Oh man, that's tough to come up at this time of the game.
She's been a little close several times in the ball game, but finally called one.
Now for Dodge, and look at everybody standing up. You see that? There, that shot of the bench. This is the time to sit down, and here comes Zier down the lane and fouled by Geiger. That may be the ball game. Oh, I can't say that. We still got a minute to play. They could score 15 points apiece in that time.
We found that out last night.
Right. We'll have a timeout called with Fort Dodge leading 86-81, a minute 02 to play. And we'll be back after this. Alrighty, and there we're taking a look at Mel Cooper-Smith, and now he has a right to be a little bit alarmed, I would say. Trailing by 5, 86-81 with a minute 02 to play. Gary, what's he going to do?
Well, he's going to have to hope that Fort Dodge misses free throws and go down and get it up into Tideback as quick as possible. I don't think he has any 3-point shooters to help cut the margin down in a quicker fashion.
Molly Tideback is the tournament scoring leader now at 169 points. Got 51 in this game, but Tony Zier can move her team closer to victory. Can't do it that way.
That's what Waterloo Columbus has got to hope for.
Missed free throws, possession, but they got to get the rebound. All right, Zier can't do it again, and once again the rebound, and a foul is called on Geiger. Twice now that's happened. That's got to be very frustrating to Mel Coopersmith. Of course, when you hit the iron, you're going to have that ball bounce out a little ways.
And Fort Dodge just, I don't know whether it's anticipation or quickness or combination of both, but they sure gather in the offensive rebound.
Magnets in their hands, I'll tell you. And now Carol Zerke's at the line, and she can't hit it either. Finally, Dunnicky gets the rebound for the Sailors. The Sailors have life. Long pass down court, stolen by Fort Dodge. Oh, man, another turnover right back again. Tideback has it. And a wild finish in store here. 48 seconds to go. Tideback can't hit the shot. Grabs the rebound, falls down, and what are we going to have? Jump ball or foul? They're going to call a jump ball. All right, Molly Tideback at 6'1" goes against Kim Yoder at 5'6". Should be able to control the rebound here. Ray Svensson is standing up, pacing the sideline. Tideback jumps now, and it's going to be awarded out of bounds. I guess Fort Dodge in the jump circle too soon. So now the Sailors will have it. 43 seconds. Time is of the essence here. Okay, into Tideback, and can't get the shot when she needs it. Again up there, can't get it again. Tideback takes a swat at the ball, still can't get it, and now into forecourt it goes. Fort Dodge looks like they got the thing locked up now. 86-81. Wild finish. 24 seconds to play. Huffman with the ball. Dunnicky commits a foul. Molly Tideback. Boy, how often does that happen? The superstar, the scoring leader, but she's played the whole ball game. She's only 15 years old.
That's right. I think she just got a little anxious. If she'd have put the ball on the floor once, but she was getting such a big, long step, she was off balance when it came time for the release.
Fort Dodge 86, Waterloo Columbus 81, and Chris Huffman. What a career Chris Huffman has had. Great volleyball players, all of them. And we don't have to tell you how they are in basketball. You're watching it right now. Fort Dodge 87, Waterloo Columbus 81.
Get inside for the rebound.
And Chris Huffman now with 32 points. Make it 33. That puts the nail right in the gate, I would say, in addition to the padlock. Tied back. The Sailors can be mighty proud of the way they played. A 3-point. Maybe Ray Svensson thought he should have last year. Vinton had other ideas. He waited a year, determined to come down and get it. And I'll tell you, to Waterloo Columbus's credit and Coach Mel Coopersmith, they came fairly close to derailing the chances of Fort Dodge.
What a championship game, Jim. Couldn't have asked for a more exciting game.
Well, you see the comparisons there of the girls playing 6-on-6, high-scoring basketball game. We're going to be down talking with them on the floor. But right now, this word. Well, we'll go down to the floor first. We're going down to the floor.
Presentation of trophies, we would like to present the all-tournament team in the 6-player state championship. First, the all-tournament guards. From Fairfield, Juanita Long. From Columbus of Waterloo, Stephanie Dunnicky. From Waukee, Steph McLaughlin. And from Denver, Lisa McCready. The all-tournament forwards. From Fort Dodge, Chris Huffman. From Waukee, Kathleen Olson. From Ventura, Lynn Lorenzen. And the young lady that received the most votes from the media covering the tournament, the captain, Molly Tideback, Waterloo, Columbus. Now will Ray Svensson please come forward for the presentation of the championship coat, the traditional red coat to the championship coach, Ray Svensson of Fort Dodge. For the presentation of the runner-up and championship trophies, the president of the board of directors of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Harold Isley.
The state runner-up, 6-on-6, Waterloo Columbus Sailors, Coach Mel Coopersmith. The state champion, 6-on-6, Fort Dodge Dodgers, Coach Ray Svensson.
An absolutely incredible performance by both of these teams. Let's give them both a big salute. One of the finest championship games we've ever seen, and coming front and center right now is a man who's worked long and hard, and he's got the champion's coat on, Ray. Just a great victory for you and the Dodgers.
Oh, Jim, it couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of kids.
You waited a year for this thing. Maybe you played Vinton last year, a little bit of heartbreak, and all season long, undefeated, 29 straight now. But you got to be worried, though, facing a Waterloo Columbus.
Oh, Jim, I was worried sick. They're an excellent basketball team, and they're so well coached. And Mel's won a couple state champions, and I told him, Mel, it's my turn, please.
Some people said Fort Dodge is so good it's going to be a blowout. You didn't think that, though, did you?
Oh, not at all. I knew it was going to be close. They're just too well coached. They don't make that many mistakes.
What was the turning point in the game? Of course, free throws nailed it for you later. But what from a coaching strategy standpoint, what was the turning point?
I thought the turning point was when we got our people up in the passing lane. We played what we call a 21 defense, where we have one girl in the lane and two pressuring. And we weren't pressuring in the first half. We weren't making it happen. Second half, we made a few mistakes, made some things happen, got the ball turned over.
I know that maybe other coaches might claim that their teams may have been the best, but I don't think I've ever seen a more active, higher scoring, or better front court than what you brought to state this year. How did this all come about?
Well, I don't know, Jim. I'm so happy I got to come to Fort Dodge and work with Dutch Huseman and the staff. They run a class program up there, and without Dutch's help and Mr. Bargman and the school administration, we wouldn't have the class act that we have. And they give us the reins, and we get to do our thing. And I'm just so proud of these kids. I don't know what else to say, Jim.
And what about the help from the Double Z's and Chris Huffman, too?
Oh, man. They got to be one of the finest trios ever to play the game.
Great all-around athletes, too, because you're also the volleyball champion.
That's right. They're volleyball champs, and they made it a vow last year, so we're going to be the volleyball champions and the basketball champs, and by golly, they did her.
Tell us about that little play you have that looked like almost a football play, a handoff, a little deception in there, kept fooling the sailors all night long. Gary Pate says, I want to diagram it. but it moves too fast. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we just bring Huff over, pitch it to her. We go down and set a screen away from the ball. We have the girl cut on the backside off of the screen, and the girl setting the screen just rolls towards the ball. And somebody's going to be open.
Next year you go to 5-on-5.
Next year we go to 5-on-5, Jim. I guess I'm going to have to like it.
These gals would make a heck of a 5-on-5 team.
We'd have been a heck of a team. I'd like to play the champs and see what happened.
All right, tell us now, from opposing standpoint, I know you got a lot of respect for Mel Cooper-Smith. He's one of the deans of coaching. And what about Molly Tideback? What's her future?
Oh, Japers, she's the best freshman I've seen. She just handles herself so well. She played like a senior tonight. We thought we could front her and give her problems, Jim, and it just didn't work. She locked us off to the baseline. We got caught on the hip, but she got a bunch of easy ones in the first half.
Well, Ray, I know you're going out and yell a little bit tonight. Then you're going to get some sleep, aren't you?
Yeah, very little sleep tonight.
Okay, you're going to take the fire wagon around the fire engine around the square tomorrow in Fort Dodge?
We promise that.
Okay, well, you got a great town up there, great athletic tradition, and good luck to you. A deserving team and a great coaching job. Ray, thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
You bet. And a great championship game. How'd you like that? I loved it, and I know the people in Fort Dodge loved it, and the Waterloo Columbus people certainly have a right to be proud. We want to thank Carlos Fernandez, our producer and director, Bob Scarpino, Wayne Cooley, and everybody else connected with this telecast. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next year.